past season was, after I guess some 22 years of coaching the game, I guess there are still things that you can learn and experience in any business. And, this year, again, I think I was fortunate to be a part of something that I had not experienced prior to this year in all the years that I was coaching. That was, we were fortunate enough to coach a group of young men who seemed to have a chemistry. You can talk a great deal about sports, but individually, they were not the best individual at any position that I've coached in the past. I've had better individuals at each position. However, this past year, a group of kids came together who, as freshmen, won 4 games, continued to work and stay together through their 4 years of high school, worked this year harder than any group of young athletes I've ever coached, and a chemistry began to develop between them that brought them a bond amongst all of them that, to me, in my estimation, makes them the best team that I've ever coached. Before bringing these young men up, I would just like to say there are some gentlemen that should also be introduced that were a part of developing that chemistry that seemed to click so well this season. First, our 2 freshman coaches, Mr. Bill Shaw and Mr. Jimmy Kraft. Both of these gentlemen were also responsible for our scouting and bringing back the information and preparation for each opponent. And I can honestly say that there were a number of games this year where the information that they were able to find out on our opponent was a major contributor in the outcome of the ball game. And our thanks to both of those gentlemen for the fine job that they did. Our second-year coach with us, a fellow who's worked with online, a gentleman who played for us here at Fairlawn High School, and again was a part of that chemistry, Mr. Derek Fastley. For those of you who may not know of Derek's exploits, he's also playing in the Mets Farm Baseball organization, and we wish him the best of success. Another gentleman is with us for his second year. He was not able to be with us tonight because of previous commitments. Mr. Richie Grant. Primarily worked with our defensive backs. Another gentleman who's with us for the first time this year. A gentleman who worked with our scout units all week in practice and was responsible for helping prepare our varsity for each of our opponents from week to week, Mr. Paul Deedy. This next gentleman, who came with us a couple of years ago, and who is probably one of the finest high school passing coaches there is in the state, does a tremendous job with our passing game and our quarterbacks, and this year was also in charge of working with our offensive running backs, Mr. Mike Albert. This gentleman and I go back to our beginning. We've been together for 10 years. He's responsible for our defense. Each year he seems to assume more and more of that responsibility throughout the course of the season. Probably call more of the defense than I or any other member of the staff. Does a great job with our defense, Mr. Jimmy Bishaw. Before bringing him up, I'd just like to state to those who are here that this team is only the second team in the 47-year history of Fairlawn High School who has retaining the record of 9 wins and no defeats in regular season. You fellas all please come up here. Just line up across the front, and as I introduce you, just please step forward. All right, on my right over here, step forward so everyone knows who we're talking about. Mr. Rich Bergman. Richie came out for our team this year. First year, he came with football. He had been previously been a soccer player, an outstanding kicker, and a young man who, after some helpful instruction during practice and encouragement, he developed techniques that are necessary to become a pressure kicker. That means a young man who's got to come in and kick that crucial extra point, and in one game was able to kick a field goal for us, which kind of iced a very important game for us and took our opponent out of the game. That's Richie Bergman. Next gentleman, Dan Manuel. Probably got that name on for 20th time since we've met. Danny, in the beginning of the season, was when you start your season, Coach Beach is going to evaluate all of our personnel. Many hours are spent in trying to determine that we place the individual properly and that we're utilizing his talent and skills to their maximum. In this young man's case, during the summer meeting, was a question mark. We felt that he had to